Hi, welcome back to Clarity Tarot. Today's topic, I'm going back through some of my more popular pick a card topics from 2023 and 2022 on this last day of 2023. So today's topic is going to be what they find attractive about you. So if you have a person in mind, you can think of them and select a pile. Or if you just want to know generally what others find attractive about you, that will work as well. So we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. And check the description box for your timestamps, and I will see you at your reading. Okay, pile 1, if you picked the third eye chakra stone, this will be your reading. So since you picked the third eye, automatically I'm thinking that what people would find attractive about you is your ability to see the meaning behind things. I think you're very sharp, very perceptive, very wise. The phrase second sight is coming to mind. So it's almost like you just know things, and it kind of both creeps people out and fascinates them about you. Pile 1, so that's coming through, and let's see what cards you have. I pre-shuffled and selected a few cards, whichever ones jumped out for each pile. So we have Ace of Wands. It's a great start. Page of Cups. And the Three of Pentacles. Okay, and if we need any clarification, I have the Light Seers Tarot here for me. So let's see here. What people find attractive about you? Well, there's something, again, so Ace of Wands a lot of times is about physical attractiveness to me, and I am getting that that's coming through, that there's something just very, the word that's coming to mind is pleasing. It's pleasing to look at you, or soothing. You know when you see a beautiful thing and you just want to just drink it in with your eyes because it makes you feel good? That's the response people have in terms of your attractiveness that way. But what I'm getting more with this card is actually your mind, your ideas, actually it's not even exactly your mind. It's how you are in the world. I have an idea, let's go do that thing, especially combined with the Page of Cups. It's maybe there's a childlike, lighthearted energy about you where you just get an idea and then you want to go skip off into the forest. So that's coming through. And with the Three of Pentacles, you know what this card is reminding me of right now? I haven't seen this movie in so long. There's a movie from the 80s in the US. Stand By Me is what it's called. And it's a bunch of little boys, basically, that are friends, and all their adventures and misadventures they get into. So there's something about you that makes people think of when they were younger and more innocent and maybe believed in love, I'm hearing, or believed in true friendship and true collaboration, didn't always have to watch their backs. So I would say, especially for people who have kind of either had a rough life, had a lot of betrayal, or maybe they work in a very cutthroat environment where they're not really able to trust those around them. There's something like that coming through where, especially for that demographic, you are just such a breath of fresh air. And I would say healing even is the word that's coming through, more than attractive. It's soothing to the soul. Okay, so I'm going to draw a few more cards now from the Light Seers Tarot. So what else for pile 1? What do others find attractive about them? Let's see what else comes out for us here. We have the Sun in reverse. Ace of Swords. There's that piercing insight again. And the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So I'm getting another song come through. It's kind of unusual for me to get a lot of songs. There might be some music connection between you and this person or these people, or when they hear music, they think of you for some reason. And so what I'm hearing with this is the song Ain't No Sunshine When She's Gone, which is by, I'm forgetting his name right now, and he actually passed away recently in the last few years. Oh, Bill Withers is his name, the original artist for that song, I believe. And then with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, I want to show this to you upright first. Like, do you see the person that's on the top, standing on the top of those poker chips? It looks like a female, and she's got fringe on her boots. Is that the tree pose in yoga that she's standing in? Kind of like a modified tree pose. And the look on her face is just so like lighthearted and happy and carefree. So I'm getting people that are especially attracted to you. They're a little bit down, either down on their luck or just there's not that much positivity or hope in their lives. And so when they meet you or when they're around you, it's like this pop of color or inspiration or lightness, levity, childlike joy that they don't experience anywhere else. And it reminds them that there's more to life than work, than being right all the time. And again, with this Ace of Swords, it's like you're able to bring in new ideas, fresh ideas, things that are interesting, and it's almost like experiments. That's the word. You like experiments, I think. And this could be in all kinds of ways. Like maybe you literally like scientific experiments, but you could also just be like, when you wake up one day, I want to try driving to this little city. Who knows? We'll see what happens. The world is ours. Something like that. Like just very free-spirited and up for anything and with a lot of positivity. So, and it's not just, so sometimes when we talk about like, what does that person find attractive about me? It might be like something that person objectively believes is beautiful or is a value that they like about a person. But here, like these people or this person is not choosing to like you. It's like it washes over them, and your presence impacts their energy field, like impacts their body almost in a way that is just so positive and healing and enjoyable and pleasurable that they're literally attracted to you, like in the way that a magnet is attracted. So it's not one of those conscious, I don't know if this person even exactly knows why they like you so much, even though there's a lot of very objectively great things about you that they could like, but it's just, I think the way that this person might sum it up is they would say, there's just something about pile one. I'm just so happy when I'm with them, or I just always look forward to seeing them, and I just want to be around them all the time. I want to tell them about my life, about all my ideas. So that's really lovely, pile one. Let me just see if there's anything further before I close your reading. Anything else that pile one should know that they find attractive about them? We have the Fool card. You know what's amazing about this? Do you see what they're holding in their hand? It's this. That's so crazy. It's like an amethyst looking stone. I just love the synchronicities like that in readings. So what do they love about you? Yes, the willingness and the desire to take a leap. Maybe you even like to wear sundresses like this. This reminds me of like just being a little kid and, you know, like play clothes, things like that. Maybe you're intentional about wearing play clothes. I'm seeing now the picture of someone in clothes that are like covered in dirt or like clay or paint from crafting all day, those kinds of things. Or maybe you're an artist in some way. They love this about you too. But what I'm getting from this card is just, again, that lightheartedness, the willingness to take a risk, to go on an adventure. And she's not even looking at what's below her. And there's like this beautiful pattern of a flower. I don't know, is that a lotus pattern? Maybe not quite. But she's not even seeing what's being created behind her because she's trusting that she's trusting that life is beautiful and everything can be magic. Ah, so cool, pile one. I love this energy myself as well. Please leave me a like, comment, or subscribe if this resonated for you. And I will see you in a future reading. Thanks so much for coming by. Okay, pile two, welcome to your reading. How are you today? So you picked the heart chakra stone. So immediately what comes to mind with that, what people might find attractive about you, is just like your depth of feeling, your emotional body, your willingness to be open-hearted and caring towards others. We have the Chariot, which is a Cancer card, which is a water sign, so a very emotional sign. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Sometimes I've heard Wheel of Fortune is Sagittarius, which is a fire sign. Three of Cups, Page of Pentacles, and the Seven of Swords. Okay. So what do others find attractive about you? I would say the first thing that's coming in for me is balance between masculine and feminine, left brain, right brain, rational and emotional. Like you have two very well-developed sides of you that you're able to flex between as needed. And I'm almost seeing like these two cards as kind of like the ends of the spectrum. So the Chariot, even though it is about balancing both sides, it is inherently a more like feminine, watery, emotional energy with the Cancer zodiac sign energy in there as well. And then Seven of Swords is very mental, very strategic, cunning, strong-minded, rational. And then in between we have, I think you're a very resourceful person. I think you're the kind of person that would say that you make your own luck or you chart your own path with the Wheel of Fortune, and sometimes that's been really positive for you and sometimes it hasn't. And I think you've learned a lot in your life about imbalance of one side or the other of yours. Like maybe at certain times in your life you've been just way too emotional, way too focused on your home life. Maybe you've been a bit of a the phrase that's coming to mind is a doormat. Sorry, pile two, just channeling, not meaning to be please don't take it the wrong way. But there have been times where you've let people perhaps treat you badly because you've wanted to either keep the peace or maintain like a harmonious home environment in some way. So you have that side to your personality. And you also have the side where perhaps at times you've been like overly cutthroat or cunning or strategic, maybe in ways that you've crossed your own morals or values or those of others. And so you have these two rather extreme sides of you that it's almost like some people in your life would describe you totally this way and some people would describe you totally this way, but it's only a few who are really close to you that see that like it's everything actually. You have both and you just choose when to apply a different energy depending on the situation. So if you need to be more like soft and connected and open-hearted, you will be with the Chariot. And if you need to be more cunning, strategic, and strong-minded with Seven of Swords, you can be that. The other thing I'm drawn to with this crystal here So this is the heart chakra stone, and you see how there's all these like dark sections that are going through this. I think you know very well that all humans are a mixture of light and dark. And I think you've had some experiences in your life through your own trauma or through your own choices, or maybe some really tough things that have happened to you, or that even that you've done or brought on yourself in some way. For some of you, that you've seen the dark side of human nature. Perhaps you've seen some really intense negativity around you, like abuse or crime, or things that you would say are evil, or people that you would say are evil. And you've also seen just like the most beautiful side of humanity imaginable. So you really hold all of that within you, which makes your heart space and kind of like your inner life a really rich and wonderful place, honestly, because it's so nuanced and varied, and you really see the full picture. With the Three of Cups and the Page of Pentacles, I think you're a very well-connected person. You know a lot of people, and you have a lot of different relationships and a lot of different kinds of relationships. So you have, you've got your family relationships, you have your close, intimate friends, you have your partner or romance or situationships, if you dabble in that. And then you have like your colleagues, your community connections. You probably have 2 or 3 other categories that you might put people in. So it's actually one of your greatest aspects or traits is how well connected you are to lots of different people, because that brings in a lot of opportunity and support and just friendship and positivity in your life. So others find this really attractive about you, like how many people you know and how you're able to almost like build instant rapport with someone. So let me tap in just a little bit deeper to what people find attractive about you, because I've done a fair bit of describing you here, pile 2, and I do think all those things are attractive, but I want to just make sure we're answering the question, what stands out to other people about you? And I'm going to pull a few extra cards here from the Light Seers Tarot. So for pile 2, what do they find attractive about them? We have the Lovers. I think you're very easily able to attract new romantic interests. And this has to do with your energy. Like regardless of how you look on the outside, this balance that you have inside of the light and the dark really pulls people in. Justice. Again, I'm getting here like the strong-mindedness, like the ability to call a spade, which is to say you see things clearly and can call them out. And then King of Pentacles. Also, I should mention, so the Lovers is Gemini, Justice is Libra, so 2 more air sign cards. So maybe you have a lot of air and water in your chart. You don't have to. It's just coming through. And then the 6 of Cups. Okay, so what do people find attractive about you? Well, first of all, your energy is just straight up attractive with the Lovers. I mean, come on, do you see this card? That's the vibe that people have, like with your vibe. Justice, again, that's the balance of the light and dark. You see how there's like the light side here and the dark and the balance between the two. King of Pentacles means someone like very stable, grounded, could be at the top of your game professionally, but even if it's not like, even if your professional career isn't the way you would like it to be right now, there's something just very settled about you. And I'm really getting Cancer vibes from this as well. Which I think Cancer is June, mostly June and early July. And it's like, what's that phrase? My home is my castle. And it doesn't even have to be fancy. Maybe you're in a 1 bedroom with 2 pieces of furniture. It doesn't matter. But it's just that you really like to be at home. You feel very settled and grounded, and you have your rhythms of how you like to live in your space. And with the Six of Cups, what do people like about you? I mean, come on. If you've seen much tarot, you know that Six of Cups is like the soulmate card. It's about close connections that feel like family or feel like past lives or soulmates. Like and about that relationship growing and enduring over time. You see here how there's like the small boy with the puppy, and then here they are together when they're older. So there's something also about how you are with people. Like you have this wide network of people and you hold on to them. Maybe you're the kind of person that even if it's been a year or two, you have no qualms about calling somebody up, checking on them, seeing how they're doing, and kind of reigniting that connection with them. So let me just see, is there anything I haven't said here about what others find attractive about you or what this person finds attractive to you, about you? So if you're asking specifically about a romantic interest, I would say overall what this person finds most attractive about you is this dual nature that you have. It's like they can't figure you out, and that's very interesting. And I think the person that you're asking about is very smart. So it's unusual for them to meet someone that they're like, what is this person all about? And so the fact that they can't exactly put their finger on you is really interesting to them. So I would say if you want to draw this person in, if you want to play a little game with them, which I think you might, pile 2, based on what I've seen here, you know, give them glimpses of both sides of your personality and almost like go back and forth. You know, like here's this side of me that's really like nurturing and open and domestic, and here's this side to me that's like untamed and cunning and strategic and almost like, even if you're gonna like tell them stories about your life, pick one from each side and just go back and forth. And I think that would be pretty fascinating to this person. Okay. I'm gonna draw one final card to close your reading. Anything else that Spirit might want to mention to you about what they find attractive about you? Let's see. Anything else for pile 2? Two of Cups. Wow, look at that. It's a beautiful card. What people find attractive about you is you give this energy of, hey, it's you and me, ride or die. You and me against the world. Maybe even sometimes you're not, how do I say this? It's like you give this to everyone in every moment. It's like a it's a way of being for you. Like how I am in a friendship, how I am in a romantic relationship. Like when I'm in front of a person, I want to give them that energy of, hey, it's you and me. It's just you and me. And so maybe sometimes people take that the wrong way and think you're more committed than you are to a particular person, but really for you, like you're all in for that moment. You just maybe don't think long term like some other people do. But people love this about you. Like, I mean, just think about the feeling that you would get from this card if this was how someone looked at you or how somebody treated you. It's intertwined. There's rainbows flowing from their fingers. It's a really beautiful energy, pile 2. Really beautiful feeling. Okay, so that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave me a like, comment, or subscribe if you did, and I will see you next time. Thanks, pile 2. Okay, pile 3. How are you today? Welcome to your reading. If you picked this is the chakra stone for the sacral chakra. So right away, I'm thinking, since you picked the sacral chakra, and this is about heat, fire, sensuality, raw attraction. But let's see what comes through in your cards. We've got Six of Cups first out, which is a card about soulmates, lovers returning from the past. Queen of Wands. I knew this card was going to be in this pile. That's so funny. That's so funny. The Queen of Wands, she is Hot, hot, hot. High Priestess. Magician, wow. And Four of Cups, wow. Yeah, you are smoking, aren't you, pile 3? So interesting, because, I mean, the first pile was, well, let me just say, there hasn't been a pile like this. You stand on your own, pile 3. So yeah, what do they find attractive about you? I think you know, because you can feel this energy that you embody. You're the Magician plus the High Priestess. I mean, come on. If you know anything about tarot, you know that is an extreme combination, very powerful, and very overwhelming, like messes with your head. Like this is the kind of person, what's that called? It's reminding me from the Godfather, if anyone has ever seen The Godfather. When Michael's in Sicily and he sees his wife for the first time, and they say he was hit by the thunderbolt, something like that, or hit by the lightning bolt. I mean, you are the thunderbolt, pile 3. I think when people see you, it's like they get hit right between the eyes. It's very intense. And I'm not just talking about like the first time they've ever seen you. This would even be like, let's say you've been dating for a while, and that first moment when the person you're seeing sees you again, it's just like, wow. And it's coming through the eyes. It's also coming through like the physical body, like the energy body. Like there's a physical bodily reaction when people see you or like kind of hit with your vibe. And this almost feels like being put under a spell. How do I describe this? Well, let me talk more about the card. So 6 of Cups, this is innocence, soulmates, like you and me forever. Look, there's these 2 kids, you know, picking flowers in the lawn. So it's that kind of vibe. Queen of Wands, she is the most sensual, the most alluring of any. By the way, you can be any gender. This is just, you know, the vibe of the card. What to say about the Queen of Wands? She's also a little bit witchy. Usually she's pretty in touch with her intuitive nature and with her spirituality. And combined with the High Priestess and the Magician, I mean, yeah, very much so. I'm drawn also to these 2 like lion faces here. So I'm wondering if you may be a Leo. This is a fire sign card. Leo's a fire sign along with Aries and Sagittarius, but you certainly don't have to be. High Priestess, I think is High Priestess Pisces? I'm gonna have to look that up, that might be wrong. And Magician is Gemini, in case you're wondering about signs. High Priestess is knower of the unknowable, just magical person, and very wise, deeply intuitive, and will confuse the hell out of you in the best way. Have you ever like been interested in someone or dated somebody who just tied your mind into knots, but you almost didn't hate it, pile 3? Yeah, that's what we're going for here. And with the Magician, that's the same thing. Magician is, you know, ability to manifest, to make things happen. It's the combination, Magician is a combination of like all the elements being able to put to work for yourself, earth, wind, fire, and water. And then with the 4 of Cups, so the energy I'm getting with this is like, you're not bothered, pile 3. Like, yeah, I'm hot. I know you're drooling all over me. It's okay. It happens a lot. It's kind of like your attitude, and not in a rude way, but you know who you are, you know what you deserve. And 4 of Cups is, for me, is an energy of like sitting back, waiting, and you know, I don't know if that's quite good enough for me. So it's almost like you keep your lovers dancing for you a bit. So some of the other piles, it seemed more general, like what do people find attractive about you in general. This I'm getting specifically romantic. But here's the thing, even if you're asking about just people in your general life or people you work with, they're all gonna still get this energy from you. which if you've wondered why you have like weird dynamics with people at work, or people seem to triangulate you or get jealous of you or try to take you down, or all kind of like they come at you sideways, this is why, pile 3. It's like you get under people's skin. Some people love that, and other people, like, they just want you out, you know? Like it's irritating or frustrating, and they don't want your energy around them. They don't like the way it stimulates them. So I wouldn't be surprised if that creates some issues for you at times. And I can almost hear you kind of like chuckling, like, yeah, I know. This is reminding me of like, I'm just thinking of some experiences I had, especially when I was quite a bit younger and working in a more corporate job. And so I'm like, a young thing in my young 20s, and working with a lot of older men. And it can just create some unhelpful dynamics. I'll just say that. So I'm going to pull now from the Light Seers Tarot and see if there's anything else that Spirit wants to mention that hasn't come through yet. So for pile 3, we have Queen of Pentacles and the Empress. Wow, you just have it all, don't you, pile 3? I mean, seriously. So in addition to all of this, you're also very grounded. You're about your money. You're very competent in whatever you do for work. And despite how like fiery and crackling your energy is, you're really happiest at home. Like, you just want to be at home with your people, and maybe your people are even like cats or dogs or lizards. I don't know. Maybe your people aren't people, but whatever the case, like you are about your own stability, and you're not going to let anybody else mess with that. The message I'm getting with the Empress card is interesting. I don't think I've gotten this message quite before this way, but what I'm hearing is your time is coming. If you've been wanting to have a child, to get pregnant, to start a new business, to launch a new idea or a new project, that's coming. It's growing in you. There's nothing that you need to do. All you have to do is surrender to the process. There's nothing that you have to go out there and chase. And I think you know that, pile 3. With this 4 of Cups, it's really what I'm getting, like that you've mastered the art of just surrender and allowing things to come to you. But if you're wanting to know about a future child, a pregnancy, an adoption even, a new project, something, this would be a dream that you've had. So this would not be an unwelcome surprise. So if you're afraid of getting pregnant, for example, don't worry, this message is not for you. This is something that you've really been longing for from the deepest parts of your heart. It's on its way to you. And there's nothing that you need to do. Okay, anything else? The Sun in reverse. Knight of Wands in reverse. Yeah, so sometimes people like you that have all this fire, that have all this crackle, it can be a little frustrating because you're always the one bringing that in the relationship, right? Or in your dynamics with others. And I hear you saying, pile 3, that like you just want someone to bring that for you. You know, you want to be around somebody that makes you feel that way, the way that others make you feel. No, the way that you make others feel. And the message is coming through with that is the time for that is also coming. You will meet someone who is your equal in that way, and please tell me about it when that happens, pile 3, because that's going to be some kind of like fireworks collision. I don't know. And it might blow your mind, because I don't know if you've ever really had to deal with someone, you know, that impacts you the way that you impact others. And it might give you a run for your money. Yeah. Okay. So what do others find attractive about you? You overwhelm their senses, pile 3. Beautiful, magnetic, alluring, powerful, maybe even a little like scary, but why is it scary? I kind of hate that when people say, I don't know, I've gotten that a lot, that I'm scary. intimidated. I don't like that word either. What's a better word? You know, when you're faced with someone so amazing, so big time, it just makes you feel small in comparison. Like if you were to meet, I don't know, the Prime Minister of the UK or President of the United States, or I don't know, the Chancellor of Germany, whatever. Pick a very powerful person. If you were just to randomly be introduced to them one day, the first thing you would feel is like, should I be bowing right now? Like, should I just tell you how amazing you are? Should I try to have a regular conversation? I don't know what to do with you. You know, it's that kind of reaction, and you just feel smaller or lesser than. Which tells me that you're surrounded by a lot of people not on your level, pile 3. And it's not arrogant to say that. I mean, you need a person that's going to be bringing at least enough of that same vibe that you can feel a similar way around them, so that it can be an equal relationship. And if that's been difficult to find, that makes sense, because I mean, this energy I'm getting from you is very powerful. So it would be a very, I mean, you'd be looking for less than 5% of the planet, I'm sure. And that's just, you know, that 5% of the planet that has this energy. Then are they your age range? Are they the gender you're attracted to? Are they single and available? And there's a lot of factors that go into it. Okay. And let's see if there's anything else to close your reading that Spirit wants to say while we have your attention for pile 3. Magician in reverse. Interesting. So this is advice. Very interesting. First pile to have received advice. So I think there may be a temptation for you, knowing how powerful you are, to try to force an outcome. So like whatever this pregnancy is that's important to you, this dream of yours, you may want to try to like pull strings or manipulate something to make that happen. And Spirit's wanted to let you know, like, please don't do that. I know it's tempting because of how much power you have, but you're doing exactly what you need to be doing so far, which is just surrender, allow things to come to you, wait, be patient, and it's all going to work out. So this message is just coming through to encourage you, like, please wait a little longer. You're going to see the fruit of your efforts, and everything's going to be okay. And you'll be so happy that you allowed it to come to you in the best possible way. What a reading. Thank you for coming by, pile 3. Please leave me a like, comment, or subscribe if you liked this and would like to see more like this. And I will see you again soon. Thanks so much.